You know the deal. So,
Nice, you're live. Good luck out there.
oh
Have
yeah,
fun with
okay,
it.
we can't do the. All right. It's going to create an echo. I'm gonna have to shift you to another device actually. Let me check though. Let me check. Yeah, so everybody, if you are watching the stream, I'm gonna set up some charts, some boxes, some lines, all of that stuff. But just minor setup. Before we do this, I'm gonna check if actually we have an echo. Let's go on this. I think
Good call.
this could
Sort
be.
that out before you get rolling.
Yeah. I need to go. I need to go actually myself to watch it to see what's up. I think you're creating an echo because I'm feeding the voice through the machine. And it's clear, but yeah.
Right. The audio's looping back through the
Creating an echo because I'm feeding the voice. I think it should work now. I changed the volume actually on your end and it should be fine. And yeah. So today we are on 2-minute chart, and because I decided, yeah, we're going to do 2-minute chart now. And as per usual, I decide that before the stream, we don't change anything during the stream, of course. And that's all there is to it. There's a chat if you want to post some questions. If you actually watch this stuff, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue trading it, and yeah, we will continue shortly. The setup will look slightly more interesting soon. So today we have June 1st, and clock is 9 in morning in Europe, I guess. That's all we have.
Sounds like you're all set and ready to go. Good luck with the 2-minute charts today.
Yeah. Voice check one more time.
Yep, sounds good on my end.
Alright, audio is sorted. We can leave that thing. I'm just gonna. So initially we had some move. A lot of buyers showed up over here on the chart, which is interesting, but we're gonna scale out and we're gonna figure out this stuff. So we're gonna get on the 15 minutes and see. Alright, so this chart doesn't have like all the thing. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of bubbles here. I see. We're gonna draw it anyway. Just let this thing finish drawing. I'm gonna sort this out. Pop out the chat. That's one. We're gonna put that over here. Yeah, and we're gonna go. The other computer with the big screen actually looks more nice, more clean. And yeah, those bubbles are slightly annoying, but we'll sort it out. We will sort it out. First step is more coffee. And yeah, right. You still with me though?
Yeah, I'm here. Grab that coffee. You've got this.
Right, okay.
Let me know when you're back.
Oh, I'm here. I am just yeah, we need to sort this out. Okay, we have to fix the chart first. We're gonna fix the audio after. A lot of bias showed up.
Good
yeah,
plan.
That's why.
Get the chart sorted first, then tackle the rest.
Yeah, right. step 1, we create box. What's that?
You're drawing a box on the chart. Go ahead.
That's the gap. It's should be the overnight range. Slightly difficult to draw it, but we're doing it.
Got it. Marking out the overnight range.
Yeah, man. Oh, there's the gap. That's the bar. We can.
Yep, there's your gap.
I am going to draw it like this because I want to see where the bottom was. Even though we started, this is the first bar here. So sometimes I do it like that just to see. And I can tell I also don't have the levels on this screen. We're gonna put those on as well.
Right, adding context for where price came from overnight.
I mean, this could potentially be way more cleaner on the trading view, but I've said many times before, we use this chart because we're going to use this software because if you look at the finer details, we need to have a setup where this is the software that works because of the scaling issue. Replication over multiple accounts does not actually work that well from trading view. So trading one account on trading view through Tradeovate or Ninja works kind of good, but yeah, if you want to have multiples, some things, I'm not sure exactly, but I remember only the detail, some things actually don't work that good. So that's why we build it off this thing, because yeah, we're gonna do that. That's the idea anyway. So I think the 5 minute we have the low over here, so we're just gonna outline that thing because this was the spikes and this is the thing.
Makes sense. You're sticking with this.
Yeah, and yesterday we built something cool actually. I figured out a way to make the trailing better on one of the EA, the autopilot Prometheus EA. I made it better. And so I built it. I didn't really have time to test it, but we've created it, and yeah, that's where we are right now.
Nice.
So yeah, now okay, now I'm just gonna replicate the colors here because I do actually like the colors. Just gonna zoom in and see what's up. Yeah, so it's still gray. So you don't see on the stream, but the fact is that I have another computer next to this one that's connected to a very big screen, and I could connect several more monitors, but yeah, we're streaming the laptop interface for now. So I am simply replicating what I have here. I'm just looking at the setup. Currently I'm looking at the footprint because market is kind of quiet. I'm just gonna scroll it to the side.
Makes sense. You've got your reference screen right there, so you can match everything.
Yeah, precisely.
Laptop.
Exactly. So let's see. We have the positive, negative colors. Let's see what's going on. I'm just checking what the settings are on the big screen to see. Okay, candle, negative, positive candle color. All right, those are pretty cool. These are defaults. So the orange is, I actually changed that to red. I find it is better. So let's do that. We're gonna check the actual
Red
numbers.
Instead of orange, goat it. That'll match the big screen better.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I remember on the one stream we changed the footprint colors to different, from different to gray, and it's a good idea. But you know what? Looks nice on the big screen, so we're gonna roll with that. And anyway, I have a template saved, so we're gonna save this when we're done with it. So we're gonna call this, what I'm building right here, we're gonna call it laptop, white laptop footprint, I think, yeah.
Good name. Makes it clear what setup you're using.
Check this out, that should be doing it. Right, now so we have the colors differences. Yeah, good, good, good. Right.
Looking solid?
Pretty much. Yeah, so we have this 2 minute, the 2 minute chart. The idea is we're trading it, and let's see, we are three contracts on 2 minutes. Yeah, it's okay. I was thinking 2 contracts, but yeah, 3 is fine. Okay, now, right, we're gonna remove that number over there. It doesn't matter. What else do we have?
Remove the delta numbers.
No, that's not the number I'm removing.
You got it.
Yeah. I'm checking on the big screen to see if we have auto shift on. Continuous auto fit is on. Yeah, and it works because it's a huge screen, right?
Right. The ultra wide gives you enough room that auto shift doesn't pinch the chart.
Precisely.
All right, you're all set then.
Pretty much. I mean, somebody said that. Oh yeah, we need to change the white to black here as well because it's interfering. Right, we're gonna change that thing as well, but that's easier to find. We're gonna check what I did here. So this is the actual colors, yeah. So bar, I changed the bar to white. And yeah, week up green. Okay, that doesn't really matter too much. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see? Now it's way more clean. The thing is, if they're all white, I won't see gaps, but this is NQ. We don't need to see gaps, right?
Right, NQ doesn't gap much anyway, so that's fine.
No, it shouldn't gap. The body outline is actually set to a solid color.
Yeah, that works.
This is absolutely close enough. See, now we see more things. So now we can save this template. Yeah, it already says white laptop footprints, but we're gonna save it anyway. White footprint laptop. I'm not sure what happened with the box. Did the box disappear? What's going on?
Looks like it might have.
That's it. Did I click anything? I don't think I removed that. What happened? Right. And I mean, yeah, so basically this is set up now to see the action. So we defeated the low here for the double, and we have the interesting area right here. You see, they are trying to break.
Looks good. You've got your levels marked and the chart.
Yeah,
clean.
but we don't have back on the 15. Let's go. I know what I did. I changed the amount of bars loaded. That removed the square that I created before. We're gonna rebuild it, don't worry. Oh wow, that's crazy.
No problem. Rebuild it quick and you're back on track.
Slightly better. So from here somewhere. Yeah, I can see the action on the big screen anyway. Let's see. So this is the first bar here. I'm almost starting to understand this tool now.
Yeah, you're getting the hang of it. Take your time.
Yeah. If there's a bubble on every bar, then
You good to
it's too
start
much.
trading?
But I mean, this is the 15. We're not trading 15 anyway, so it has to be like this. Okay, that looks good enough. It looks like a switch. We're going energy switching. We're going for the lows. We're going for 30556. No, we're going for 30554. Looks like. So roughly 22 points lower. Come on, price. What are you doing? Okay. Pretty much we're probably going here.
You're looking for that move down to 30.0554.
Yes, we're looking for it. Looks like, yeah, because it looks like we had a double top with a slight exhaustion on the high and going lower. And prices, yeah, just moved a few points lower.
Right, price is testing lower now.
Slightly, we'll see. And now that we have this thing here, we are going to a new, I'm not sure how to do this, new window, what happens? Okay, no, okay.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to not destroy my setup, which I just did. Okay, I see. Well, we
Close
can
that out and get back to your charts.
Yeah. This is this. Also notice price is now 30557. 30558. It's not like I called it, right? Or did I? Yeah.
You were looking for 30.0554, so we're close but not quite there yet.
Looks like we hit the 30552, so I think you're wrong in this case. We have hit the level.
Fair enough.
Called
You're
it.
right. 30.
Called it? Yes, I know. Okay, anyway, we can, let's see, we do this. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah,
What's
good. Template works. We rebuild again. This definitely requires more breakfast. I was considering building this before the stream, but I think it's more interesting to see me create this while we have the stream running.
Yeah, it's good content. People see how you actually build and adjust in real time.
That it is, yes. Yeah. And price went lower, of course. So on the 5 minute, looks like we're going to go for the 30535. It's another 15 points lower.
So you're tracking another push down to 30.0535.
I mean, it looks like price wants to do it. It's not as clear as the first one was. Kind of clear, was like a setup. But this one, I'm just guessing. I'm not sure about this one.
Fair enough. Keep an eye on it, but don't force it if it doesn't feel solid.
Let's do this. Okay, how can we actually... I want to create a split screen setup within the TraderVate thing. I'm not sure how to do it. Because if I press this, I get a new tab. Let's say I have the yen here, right? And if I want the yen to be, okay, I can do that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's how we do it. All right, I got it.
You're trying to set up a split screen with 2 different charts in one window.
Yeah. I just killed it now because we're not gonna, like I said, we're gonna stick on the 2 minutes and we're not trading it, so like that. Anyway, looks like cable wants to go higher, but we're not trading it again, like I said. Same with euro. Yeah, absolutely. Euro wants to go higher as well.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, we're not doing that. We can keep these charts, it's fine. Let's create another one. Let's just go M&Q and like this, and it's set to 5 minutes, and we do this. Okay, secondary one. It can be, come on. Is it latency or? I'm just gonna wait for the platform to respond. Okay, there it is. Yeah, just wait for that thing to draw. It's not super fast. Maybe I need a supercomputer. We'll figure it out.
Platform's a bit slow, but it'll catch up.
So anyway, like Claude, what do you think about, like before I was talking about the idea where I actually cap the amount of risk restricted. Let's say I use a model that restricts the amount of exposure on each session, right? What do you think about that idea? Because I initially thought it was a good idea. Like if I use them or not use them, I'm talking about positions that I actually put on that are risk on the table. If a pending order is not filled, I'm not going to count that, right? What do you think about that concept?
I think it's solid. Capping your total risk per session keeps you from overextending when you're in the zone and feeling confident. It's discipline built into the system rather than relying on willpower in the moment. The trick is setting the cap at a level that's realistic. But
so we have a few numbers that we can work with, right? We have on the Blue Guardian account that I'm trading here, link to Blue Guardian in the comments if you want to check. Yeah, I'm just saying, right? Anyway, we have their account has its own restrictions, and I've set it also. There's a weekly cap I've set in the account, so we can look at like what the daily allowance is, right? I think for this account it's like roughly 1,000. So we could use this number 1,000 US, and we could. I mean, I'm not saying we should risk the entire amount, but I mean it's one number to work with.
So you've got $1,000 weekly cap on that account, which means you could set a daily risk limit at something like 100 to 150, leaving yourself buffer room so you're not blowing through the weekly cap in a few days. That gives you structure without being too tight.
Indeed.
Smart way to manage it.
I mean, it's one number, like I said, yeah. And looks like
sounds
on the 5 minutes, the MNQ is actually going for those lows, like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, continuing building power down.
What?
Not a single signal. I mean, it would be a nice recontract short, but we didn't put it on because of setup. Anyway, we eat more food. And like because
grab some food.
yeah. We're just building it. So right now I actually have dual screen setup. It's there. It's not clean, but it's there.
You've got what you need. Keep rolling with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the lows on 5 minutes definitely taken out.
Yeah, price is respecting that low.
Imagine shorting that at the open. We're on full NQ. That wouldn't be too bad. Anyway, so this chart is not using this. Let's see what happens now. Okay.
What are you seeing?
I'm just looking at the screen. Okay. We took these out. We need actually the horizontal. We took these levels. Okay. It's a lot of action here. I'm just gonna
You need
change.
to add a horizontal line.
1 second. The bubbles are crazy. 180. There we are. Now.
Got it. Draw that line at 180.
Yeah. So as per the discussion on like going in nuclear size on the account, right? Imagine putting a short on the 2 minutes. I'm gonna switch to 2 minute and show. Would be not a bad start to the morning. Could be potentially catastrophic, but not a bad start to the morning. I'm going to switch this as well. I'm just gonna show where the trade is. Do we have the bubbles? Okay.
You're thinking through what a bigger position.
No, I'm just going to show the entry. The entry would be this after this candle right here. So the entry would be 30566, and the initial target would have to be bigger than the difference, right? So we would be risking stop at 30594. No, 30595. Let's say, right? Okay, would be, and we would have to go with then bigger than 1-to-1, and yeah, so that's I feel like that's 70 minus 40. That's like 25 points anyway on the big NQ. That's a good morning. That's a good cup of coffee, huh? Right?
Yeah, that would have been a nice scalp if you'd taken it.
Yeah. But we don't. We don't. We're not doing that right now. Anyway, so now we have this slightly set up, and it's also slightly cramped. I suddenly want way more screen real estate, which I do have, but you don't see on the stream.
Yeah, the ultra wide's making a big difference for you.
Mm-hmm.
Wish we.
It is, yeah, for me, and for everybody else, not so much.
That's fair. Most people watching don't have ultra wide setups anyway.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the deal is. Are people actually using those screens? Because I remember when they were new and they were the thing. They still are.
They're still pretty niche for most people, honestly. Great for trading and design work, but regular users stick with standard monitors.
Don't make me tell you funny stories about all the people that use laptops in offices, right? And I just see that and I wonder how they get anything done. Because a laptop is, like we say in Sweden, en jävla symaskin, right? It means they're fucking slow.
Yeah. Trying to do real work on a single laptop screen in an office sounds like torture.
Yeah, and you know what they do? A lot of people, they attach these so-called hubs. They call it a hub, and they attach many screens to the laptop as if the laptop is strong enough to power all of that. And I just scratch my head and go, I don't understand. Why do people try? Why do they even bother with that? It's really odd.
I mean, I get it. Beats nothing. But yeah, you're basically asking a laptop to do desktop work when you could just get a desktop.
I mean, I don't think people understand that, like, if you build a desktop, first of all, okay, the companies don't really mind. The desktops are way faster, right? First of all. And if you put the same amount of money into a desktop, it's not even way faster, it's a lot more faster. But you can't carry it around. It's a technical issue kind of thing. In my opinion, like the laptops are toys, right?
Fair point. For the money, desktops blow laptops away on performance. But yeah, portability's the trade-off people make.
Yeah. We are now going to draw some fun lines on this euro. Can we do this? Very nice. Just draw a box on the euro. I was considering, I'm just about to say, oh, let's do a back test in the background on this machine. Then I remembered, yes, the supercomputer is using the big screen. Never mind. I'm just outlining the overnight range here. And we can do the same on cable.
You've got the big machine handling the heavy lifting in the background anyway.
Yeah, precisely. And yeah, so what you're watching right now, I'm just drawing the boxes, right, for overnight range. Something to understand is this indicator that plots the Asia high, New York high. This is good, it's nice, but it does not understand the time shift, or it is the way that I don't understand how to change that number. So it's wrong by 1 hour. So in 30 minutes, the Euro session is going to start, but in reality, it has already started. So 1 hour incorrect. And that's why, for example, this is the Asia low, and this, it says the Asia high, but you know, it should be slightly different. The levels are still there on the screen here. It's good enough. So we see the gap here anyway. So yeah, that's where we started. So I have to encompass everything. So we just do this. That's what we have.
You've got the zones marked. Even if the time labels are off by an hour, the levels are what matter anyway.
Yeah. So these are hollow candles here, right? We don't need to see the footprint when we do this. But I could just click this button here and I see the double.
Right, you can see what actually happened in the footprint.
Yeah, yeah. And the footprint also has the bubbles. Do we have the bubbles on the whites? We don't have the bubbles here. We're gonna add the bubbles. Okay. Let's
add those delta bubbles and you'll have the full picture.
Indeed. Let me just what am I doing here? Oh yes, I think they're in here.
You adding the bubbles?
Yeah. We can just do, because I don't want this to be cluttered. Let's go 800, and this can be 180. This is good enough, and this is definitely good enough, and 3 of those. Let's good enough. So what happens now if we zoom, if we...
Nice, you've got your threshold set.
Yeah. If we go here, before the session, it's going to show the bubbles soon, I think. Should be. Let's wait for
Yeah, they'll
that.
populate once the bars fill in.
Yeah, I think it should. I mean, 800 should be enough. Let's wait and see if it works.
You're all set then.
Yeah, I mean, so the sellers got what they wanted, I think. They have now. It's become a bit tired. People wanted to buy the price up, and we didn't create a good enough switching pattern yet. But it looks like we're due for a small retrace.
Price is looking tired at the highs. Good setup for that retrace you're expecting.
Yeah.
You gonna take a setup if it comes?
Of course. We are on the 2 minutes. And yeah, so because we're on the 2 minute,
Right.
it's in my rules that 2 hours is absolutely maximum cap. But also, like, the backtester I ran 2 days ago, the backtester on ES was just, oh man, I was trading the EU session on ES, and then I switched to trade the NQ session as well. I mean, I've seen where price kind of went, right? I've seen it, but I was busy all that day, and I have definitely not seen the granularity on the 2 minute. And I absolutely smashed that backtest. It felt really good. Crushed it.
So, the backtest on 2-minute ES during the EU session was solid. You're confident in the setup.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's see if we get another push down. We'll see. I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah,
what's...
keep watching for that setup to trigger.
Yeah. Can you figure out... So listen, this is what I see on my screen, right? Market open hours 9, market open minutes 30, market close hours 17. I think it uses my time zone, but I'm not sure. Could be it's using UTC. And I have RTH at volume threshold 720, and I have GBX volume threshold set to 120. And it appears that this lower number 120 applies to the Euro session that I'm looking at right now. I'm not entirely sure though, because when I'm setting up this one screen here, I only get one bubble showing. Maybe it's the amount of bars loaded that does that. It should be. Right, I do have it on one of the screens.
GBX at 120 is probably catching the smaller volume moves outside regular hours. So during the Euro session, before US Open, you'd see bubbles at that lower threshold. The single bubble might just be because there hasn't been enough volume action yet to generate more.
Yeah. More sellers showed up. They are trying to go lower. And notice this is interesting here, right? So this is a bar moving up, this is a bar moving down. But if we zoom into this thing, look at the actual footprint here. I'm going to show you something. It's interesting to see that here, like that we have some sellers, right? Sellers. People tried to buy, nothing happened, and then we have this bar, and then we have this kind of hollow bar. And this rolls kind of no energy at all. They tried here, and now they don't even try here. But we have the short reaction, and then we just fall down. Interesting to like notice the different reactions and how much energy is used to create the direction. It's very useful information, right? And like if you look at it as a lever. Let's say I build a metal triangle and I put a lever on top of it. And you can sit on one side, I can sit on the other side. Let's say it's even, right? And so if we change the weight on either side, it should tilt, right? But in this case, on the chart, we have sellers, 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 sellers. We have a few buyers. Okay, looks like they're even at this point. But we only needed a few sellers to keep going. So in reality, the scale was very tipped to one side. It's slightly difficult to explain more than that, like because I normally use Swedish language, right? But you probably get what I'm saying here. It took such low effort to go lower. So maybe we have more. And let's see if we can actually find something on 15 that would be interesting to target with this. Right, yeah, so we have used up this gap. So, okay, looks like on the 15, we are now gunning for the low. That's 30396. Looks like it. We'll find out. I think that's a bit much for Euro session.
Right.
But
So the sellers had such control that it barely took any buying pressure to keep it down. The scale was heavily weighted already. And now, on the 15, you're tracking toward that low at 30.0396.
you got it. Let's take this chart. It's an interesting target. Another interesting concept that I've been thinking about for quite a long time is the fact that every time we reach an interesting or significant level on one time frame, the hypothesis is that we can look at a slightly slower time frame and see, okay, where is the next level, right? And because it should expand in this way. If energy starts at a fast time frame, and if we go for some level, if we get to the destination, we can look at the next step slower time frame, right? To look at the next piece of energy and we can do this until new energy comes into the market, meaning until the next day or until the market closes, right? So in a concrete example of this would be, for example, if I trade the 5 minutes and if I reach the previous session levels, like if I'm on Euro, let's say I reached Asia session in either direction, I would have to wait to find a signal on 5 minutes to see what the direction is. But if we change direction there, we would have to target something slower. Like, so if the target was an hourly level aligning with session level, on Asia, then if we reach the edges, then probably I would have to target something slower, like maybe a 2 hour, 4 hour level or something, maybe a daily, right? Yeah, it's the idea.
So you're building a hierarchy of targets. Once you hit a 2-minute level, you check the 5 minute for the next target, then keep expanding outward until you hit a bigger structural level or the session ends. That's a clean framework for managing the trade and knowing when to stay in versus take profits.
It's an interesting idea, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's solid. Gives you a systematic way to ride moves instead of just scalping every little level and getting out too early.
It would also create a framework where, let's say I start on the 1 minute. Let's say we are at the New York Open, right? And we start on the 1 minute. Obviously, if we're on 1 minute chart, we could look to target a 5 minute swing level or something interesting from 5 minutes, or maybe 15, right? Cool. Let's say we hit one of those levels. Well, if we hit a level like that, it would stand to reason, according to me anyway, that we should now target an even slower chart. So if, let's say we hit a 5 minute level, maybe the next target is something that I can see on a 30-minute chart, for example, right? So it would increasingly go slower, right? I think this is a good idea, but I've never really tested anything like this.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're scaling the target timeframes as you progress through the trade, so you're not stuck exiting every time price touches a 2-minute level when there's bigger structure to capture.
Yeah. And it's similar to what I do here, but not exactly like the level. I'm just zooming out now to make it load the bars. Because in reality, what I did here was, I mean, I saw the double high, and I saw the level on 5 minutes, and I thought, yeah, okay, we break this low, we go for the 5 minute. We break the 5 minute, we go for the next level on 15. Okay, that happened. Okay, 15 wants to go lower. Okay, where we go? Maybe the session low, right? That's the idea. I'm just waiting for platform to load in the bars here now.
Exactly. You're cascading through time frame levels instead of stopping at the first target. That's how you catch bigger moves.
You got it. And also yesterday was interesting because this week I'm quite busy. Like 1 or 2 meetings every single day. And a friend of mine said, you know, let's get lunch. And I thought, you know what, we can do it. Let's do it. And and then there's like the trip at the end of the week. I'm going for a road trip, and it's like the schedule suddenly becomes very packed.
Yeah, sounds like a packed week ahead. Between meetings, lunch, and the road trip, you're juggling a lot.
Oh yeah. I remember the days when I was also I was doing I was running the workouts for that other gym, the side gig, but that was interesting. I was doing when it was the most active. I was running 3 sessions for the club every week, and I did not have to plan any workouts because I got more than enough.
Three sessions a week meant you didn't need extra gym time. You were covered.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wish I could shift this time zone. Just so days ago.
You adjust.
Yeah. Okay. There are some different versions here I can click, but I don't know what they do.
Try one and see if it fixes that 1 hour offset you mentioned earlier.
Let's see. Session volume profile. This is a completely different indication, but let's see what this does.
Yes.
Looks like price is finally stalling. 500 is a round number, huh?
Yeah, it's a clean level.
Yeah. Right. That appears not to be doing anything. More coffee.
Grab that coffee. You need it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this coffee doesn't do anything for me. We're gonna put that on. We're gonna put on the agenda. Find a proper machine actually to get something going. Either that, or I'm just gonna put like a huge monster fridge next to my computer. Like, you know, one of those big ones. Like, it goes from the ground to the top of my apartment, like 2.5 meters tall. Just fill it up with monster energy. That's what we do if we can't fix the coffee situation. So what you're watching now in formation is an intra-switching pattern. It's trying to create a switch, but not on this time frame. We can't grab it, but it looks like perhaps on the 1 minute or something faster. Down, up, and then up. And if we close here, yeah. I'm not touching that.
Right, no entry signal yet. Keep watching.
Oh wow, the buyer's getting this destroyed. We need to add the time here. Countdown settings enables.
Add the timestamp.
Yeah, you just need the, yeah, okay. Right, we are, okay, we can't do that. Come on, man, come on. Cell 2.
Platform being slow again?
Order filled.
No. Platform is actually performing the way it should. I feel too short. Let's see if we go further down. It's a proper order. I'm testing the way the indicator is actually running. This one indicator, not really sure. Volume footprint, I don't know what this does. So, okay, I think short labels. What does performance do? Right, I was going to put something over on top of that. Can we do that? We can definitely.
Should be able to check if there's a toggle or setting for it.
No. I'm just going to.
What are you seeing on the short?
Indecisive right now. Trying to push lower, trying to push higher. I don't know. We'll see.
Price is indecisive right now.
Yeah. I mean, they tried to buy it up, but they got exhausted. You know, they tried to buy it. That should be a reason to go lower. Could also fail. We'll see. But I added a short because of it. I'm just going to. I'm going to put a window permanently over that number there. If I can find the setting.
You trying to keep the position details visible while
I'm trying to block it out actually.
Getting it set up so you can monitor the trade while watching price action.
Yeah. Here we are, always on top. Let's see. Wow, that's okay. I don't know. Okay, NQ, that sorts it. Yeah. Okay, I have absolutely the wrong instrument on. That's why it's such a big position. We're gonna have to exit this. We're gonna do this. Off. Buy limit down here.
Order rejected.
Okay, we can't do that. It's the wrong position. Let's see. I didn't want to go on the NQ actually. We're gonna have to. What's the timeout? Let's wait and see how this bar closes. Okay.
You've got the wrong size.
Yes, I have the wrong size. Absolutely.
Figure out your exit.
Well, I don't want to kill it on way too big size, but maybe I should. It didn't close beyond, so that's good. I actually didn't see that.
Yeah,
It says M and Q on the other instrument, yeah. Right. Let's see.
What are you thinking?
We are waiting currently. Let's see if we have more coffee. Let's see what it does.
Watching to see if price continues lower.
I mean, I was looking at the chart going, it's weird that it's such a big reaction to the equity and this move on price. And then I look and I see, okay, I have actually put the NQ on 2 contracts. And that's not my intention. And if I close it here, if I don't close it, probably it's bad. But if I close it here, it's way too much down. Interesting position to be in. If we wait, it kind of works. If we don't wait, we can kill the account. I think we wait. Let's see.
So you're stuck closing?
Yeah, I think it's like... Wow, that's not a good place to be in. It wasn't my intention to trade the NQ.
And it could get worse.
Oh, yeah, it can. Oh, yeah. Right, the bar could not close higher. Let's see if they can push it down.
You're looking for...
Yeah, we are looking to see the reaction on the gap. Yeah, so we have some buyers showing up, trying to buy it, and currently they could not. Slightly stressful, I must say. But
Why?
We wait. Yeah. We should change one thing as well on here.
Still watching that gap level?
Yeah. We're watching to see the reaction there. On the 1 minute, it looks like it changed direction. But in order to pick up energy, we might get a chance to shift our positions. Let's see. They try to push it. Are they taking it or not? Here I am talking about going on the NQ, and actually I am on the NQ. Absolutely not my intention. I think, yeah. I don't like this one bit. What's the timer? 30 seconds. Okay, let's see. If it closes like this, I'm gonna have to close it manually. It's a user error. Not the way I intended to trade it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you're right to be cautious given the sizing mistake.
Okay. So we didn't close higher. That's slightly good for me.
How's it looking?
It appears to be holding, but many buyers have showed up. They're having a slight hard time to go though. Price is pushing lower.
Price?
Yeah. Okay. Right.
You closing it manually or
We are waiting for price to react in one way or the other. Setup is valid, sizing is not.
decide?
I have decided. Just waiting for the bars to print, to be honest. We can sort this out while we wait. I'm changing something on the other screen. Let's see.
Yeah,
Local
let the bar
time.
close.
Yeah, we're waiting for it to react. And yeah, okay. And now we
What are you seeing?
well, price is not doing much of anything. We have a bunch of buyers. They're not getting any follow through. But if they do, then we're toast. I think we're toast. No, we're not. Well, let's see. We're gonna, after this, we're gonna log out of this thing. We're gonna sort out the big machine after this is done. We're just gonna wait now.
All right, you're managing it. Just watch and wait for the next bar to print.
Seller showed up again. Let's see if they have any power.
Watching to see if the buyers can push it higher.
Let's see. Let's see what happens. Indecisive at this point.
Still indecisive, waiting to see which side wins.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
How much longer are you gonna hold?
Until all the rules.
You're following your system rules on this one.
What else is there? Sellers are pushing. If they give me a chance to exit, I'm pushing that button. Let's see.
Sellers taking over again.
I'm totally, absolutely, totally fucking out. All right, now I'm out. I think I'm out for green. Yes, I am. So that was not not good. Right. And of course we push even further down. Listen, I've had enough stress.
You closing it?
I have closed it for $100 or just barely 100 plus. And yeah, price actually did push lower. So like I said, right, signal was correct, but the sizing was not. And currently the position was just now floating 10 points into profit. I hammered the exit all button as soon as I could. The sizing was wrong. I wasn't not that was not my intention. This could go either way. I don't like the way that went. We're going to change the instrument now to M and Q. Totally fine. And yeah, let's see if we can draw yeah. So we fell down on lower volume again, it appears. Hey, mistakes will happen. I'm not a robot like you, but we follow the rules, right?
Yeah, you caught the error and exited before it got worse. Rules held.
There's also in the background a protection mechanism that I can't see. I can't see on my screen, but there's a background protection that says I can only lose X amount per week on the account, for example. And that would catch me regardless. I could be absolutely out of my mind, drunk and whatever. It would catch me. Now, okay, so number one.
So
We are green, we have nothing on the table. Okay, more breakfast. Wow, that was not my intention, like I said, but you know, here's like a live test of under pressure reaction, yeah?
real-time lesson on position sizing and sticking to your rules under pressure.
You know what they say, always outnumbered, never outgunned.
That's the right mindset. System and discipline beat everything.
Yes. And if it happens that the system doesn't beat or doesn't win, then we must develop the system further. Now, we're going to, I changed a setting on the screen, so we're going to log out here. Let's see. I'm going to log this machine back in. That's the other machine, you can't see that. Gonna have to accept the cookies. Every time I go on a website, they ask me, do you accept the cookies? Well, Mr. Website, you don't know who I am, but I accept cookies, right? Yeah. Interesting. And now we log back in to see that thing. That's the mechanical keyboard. This one is going to go in the log for sure. I'm gonna make a clip out of this as well. Definitely. It's like sort of almost 1 minute into the thing, and yeah, we are on the wrong instrument. Right. What is this thing?
And get on with it.
We're getting food now because we've had enough unexpected pressure. Yeah. So the position right now, there's our gap and price closed lower, so we have strength. That is one reason to push the stop further down. So the position, if we still kept it, we would be entered at 496, let's say, and the stop could be at 520 right now. And yeah, price is currently hovering at 480, whatever. Because all the spikes took out the energy in the gap, and we have another one lower. This gap now should hold, but yeah, because this is not in profit, I wouldn't push stops to there yet, but maybe. If another lower, yeah, absolutely. I could lock it here if I was really checking for it. There's a reason to kind of go between the lines and push the stop to 492 right now, but yeah. But this account is not holding, it's not doing that size that I was doing. It will be floating at 1k plus now, but we're not doing that because that's way too harsh for that account.
You're managing the risk correctly, not pushing it given the account size constraints, even though the trade has potential.
Yeah, let me tell you something. For all the kids that rewatch this a few years later, you can go and gamble on prop firms if you want, and you'll see people on Instagram blowing accounts and not blowing and making huge money. What you're seeing is the highlight reel. You don't know how many accounts they blow up in the background. That's just a story. And it's a natural reaction to the fact that the prop firms exist. I mean, like I did the math yesterday, you're paying 1 out of 20 to get an account for the size that you have, right? Roughly. Or maybe 1 out of 15, depending on pricing. Yeah. So if you get 1 out of those 15 to the profit level, to the target of the account, you get paid out, right? Then you're profitable. That's not how the real world works, okay? But in the prop firm game, that's how it works. And that is why people go bananas with the risk.
Right. If you need to fund 15 accounts to get one payout, people throw caution to the wind and oversize everything, trying to get there faster.
And yeah, just to reiterate, remember the short from the open, and this short adding to it, like on 2 contracts, or you see people going way too harsh. You see the numbers on my screen, even a few points, like I was floating negative 700 there for a second. That's a minuscule move on my screen. Imagine taking the short from the top, going lower, and then adding this to it. It will be floating thousands of dollars, thousands, multiple. It's way too much for this account, and it looks really cool on Instagram. But it is not trading, it is something else. It may be a strategy to extract money, but it is not trading.
Exactly, that's not trading, that's gambling with a system attached. Real trading is position sizing that lets you stay in the game long enough to compound.
Yeah, and so far today I have called 2 signals, and they have provided, one of them is floating, I don't know, close to 20 plus. The other one had a target of 25. That's a good day, right? It's absolutely a good day. If you have enough bank to trade the big NQ, 20 points is a hell of a good day.
Yeah, 20 to 25 points consistently on NQ is solid. That compounds fast with proper sizing.
That's $20 per point for 2 contracts each at 20 points. So let's say, give me a number. 4 contracts, 20 points, big NQ. What's the dollar value?
Four contracts on NQ, 20 points each. That's 80 points total at $50 per point. So
no, $20 per point. It's NQ.
Let me recalculate. What am I missing?
I didn't hear you. Repeat.
I said 4,000. Is that wrong?
There you are. 4,000. Yeah. And 4,000 is absolutely enough to get to the level to fund this account flat out. It's more than enough.
So one solid 20-point day on 4 contracts funds the entire account. That's the leverage you're looking for.
I mean, listen, 20 points is not a lot, but if you look at it, if we control the risk, on the other side, you need almost nothing and the account is done. But with enough attempts, you will hit one that sticks. And that's the game people are playing. I don't like the game. Maybe we need to adapt and maybe we actually need to play that game. But that's not what I want.
Yeah, you want sustainable trading with proper risk management, not the Instagram highlight reel where people blow up 5 accounts to show 1 win.
I mean, we've been over the mathematics several times with this, right? We don't really get any slippage. I mean, let's say we go on live funds, right? You'll get somewhat slipped on NQ eventually with bigger size. And when we looked at it, I think last week, you'll start getting slipped at like 30 or so, right? 30 contracts NQ, you start getting slipped a little bit. And if you extract some points, it doesn't really matter that much, but you start getting slipped. If we increase the size to like 50 points NQ, 50 contracts, then yeah, you're gonna get slipped. But if you stay on prop accounts, we need the biggest, absolutely largest size, right? And we can enter that size. And you won't get slipped. That's funny. But yeah, so that's why. But with the real trading, yeah, it's better. I think it's better.
So on prop accounts, you can trade huge size without slippage, but on live capital, you'll start hitting it around 30 contracts on NQ. That's the trade-off. Unlimited risk on real money versus easy scaling on prop accounts.
I mean, the real world has scales higher, actually, because the prop accounts has a built-in limits. I don't think many people know about this, but actually, if you stack the amount of accounts, I think several of the companies behind the prop thing has built-in. What's the word for it? There's a hindrance, right? You can only enter a certain size. No matter how many accounts you stack together, you can only enter a certain size. You would have to use third-party software, accounts from different brokers, and that's how you could get more contracts, right? But on prop accounts, you don't get slipped, and the reason is you are demo trading, they're fronting your orders, right? That's why. But in the real world, you'll scale larger anyway. Because if you look at it from a different perspective, how many worthwhile prop firms are there that will actually give you money if you trade like you're supposed to do according to their idea anyway, right? How many good prop firms are there? We're talking 4, 5 maybe for futures, the big names, right? Okay, so if you have only 5, and if you can only scale to a certain size on each, and you copy trade between them with third-party software, like let's build it up, right? So the total biggest amount of size across all of it, how big is it? If you take that number and compare to the real world, you can go even bigger, right?
So you're saying the real ceiling on prop counts is lower than what you could scale to with actual capital, even accounting for slippage. The prop account model has hard caps that don't exist in live trading.
Precisely. There is a certain cap. You can do the math. I'm not sure. We can look at some websites if you want, but you can do the math, right? So now just price looks very tired right now, yeah. So, I mean, look, we're printing 6 bars in a row on the side, nothing's going on. If I had 2 positions on now locked with nice profits, I would most likely just, lock it down. Maybe keep one runner. Anyway, yeah, We can look at the websites if you want, but you can also just go and ask the Google machine if you like that machine, right? You can just input Google prop firm futures, check the biggest size, and check how many contracts you have available, maximum, right? And I think it's a broker limitation actually for many of them. And so it wouldn't matter if you bought more accounts from one broker. You would be limited by the broker anyway for maximum entry size per. Because if you think about it, let's say you have 5 contracts available. Let's say you have 10. Okay, but if you buy more contracts, if you stack 20 accounts on Apex, are you actually available to get 10 on one account and just go enter with 200 NQ? Don't think you can. I think they're gonna cap you there. There has to be something. Okay, I'm just guessing, right? But anyway, that's the rumor going around, because obviously I haven't trying to enter with 200 NQ on Apex, for example, right? But that's what people are saying. There's a limitation there in the background. And if you take that into consideration and compare to the real world with live funds, yeah, you can enter bigger. And you will get slipped. But it's a matter of trading slower, right? That would solve it. So at the end of the day, it is about how high can the scaling go, right? Because we could play this game as well and go to FX, for example. And there are some brokers that I've seen that allow you to trade 1,000 lots, for example. Personally, I've only seen 22 lots on the live screen in front of me, live money. But 22 lots on majors, on Euro, it's enough to make somebody not being able to stand up, let me tell you that. But still, right? The question at the end of the day is, which model, where, will scale the most? That's what's interesting.
So the real question is, which path, prop accounts with their caps or live trading slippage, actually lets you scale bigger and faster to reach the capital levels where you don't care about either constraint anymore?
You got it.
That's the actual decision that matters.
Yeah, and I have my ideas about what my plan is. And sure, it takes a long time to get to the goal, but I have a certain number in mind, a certain amount of contracts, whatever. And like currently on my screen, you don't see it, but I placed something over the money. I have no idea how much the position is worth, because I placed the video player on top of it. So currently I don't have a position on, but you get the idea.
You've got a plan and a number in mind. The details are there, just covered by the video player at the moment.
It's funny the way I talk about before that we're not going to go on the NQ. Here we go, next push for lower. Let's see if we get through. It's funny that I look at and then say, oh, we're not going to risk a lot, and then by mistake I'm on the wrong instrument. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. One mistake is enough. Yeah. That's enough to get me absolutely awake. Yeah. There we are. Broke through the...
You intended, that's why you caught it and exited fast.
Well, I did not exit really fast. I entered at 9:52 I was short. And then at 10:04 I got the opportunity to remove the position. it was too big. Yeah. Now price is 30 points lower. And yeah, we don't really need to talk about it. I don't have a position. But yeah, I entered a too big of a position for the account. The only correct way is...
You exited at the right time.
Yes,
Kevin.
I exited at the right time. 100%. Yeah.
How's the rest of the setup looking now?
I mean, so we have another leg lower. Now we properly have a reason to lock down whatever we have, right? But we don't have a position on. Currently time is 10:26. Almost 30 minutes left to go for this session. I don't feel like putting more pressure on. We got an inch out of the market today by mistake. But yeah, earlier, like I said, you can feel free to rewatch it. The setup is short. The setup is here. First one at 567. Second short setup is here at 495. Currently the price is at 459, and in 50 seconds the reason to lock price at 503 will most likely appear. And that is how today's price action developed. And that's all there's to it. I don't really have much more.
So
Yeah. Go ahead.
locked in some profits already. That's a solid session despite the hiccup.
Yeah, I did. We have had enough pressure today. Yeah, so now we have two gaps in a row. I did a lot of... I'll tell you something. So the double gap level is the reason to trail the one position lower now, right? If I wasn't trading with a stop like here, I had this MQ 5 minute on, this ATM was on, and as you see, there is no TP on, or actually there's a TP here, but it's way down lower. So the TP that was on my screen is not there because I've clicked the exit all button many times, right? Should not be there anyway. Actually, let's see. Let's go back on NQ, let's see. I remember clicking it though. There's nothing there. We have nothing there. So today I've only touched the NQ and it's nothing, it's not there. M and Q, it's not there. So we have no risk on the table. The exit at market and CXL button does not remove positions from other charts. Plain and simple. And yeah, we're just gonna, because we exited this one, we're gonna...
So you've got no active positions right now? You're completely flat?
You are correct. Yes, yes, you are correct. I'm just going through. Actually, I checked for, I was looking for the exit all and remove everything, but I could not find that in this. It's slightly not so good. But like we didn't touch the euro, for example, and trade is not even enabled on euro. So there's nothing on the euro to remove, as you see, for example, here. But the euro as well has a long reason to go long here. Currently it's hovering at nothing, but yeah. We talked about it before. We had the cable, same story, reason to go long, but no fill, because pin, here's the first bar, here's second bar, and pin and no fill, and it breaks the low with a pin, but no direction. We have down, down, up, and so we could enter here again, but without touching it now. So also trade is not enabled on this thing, so we can't even click the remove button because, as you see, there is no position here. It has happened to me twice on this platform where I have had positions on. They got filled when I wasn't there. It's because I was using NinjaTrader too much, I think. I was expecting everything to be removed when I click the hotkey, and I can't find that particular hotkey on this system. So that's why. And that's why I'm pressing that button so much. Same on the MES, we are not touching it. And so that's why when you see, for example, I do it like this, there's no trade mode is not enabled on the MES, right? On MNQ, trade mode now is not enabled. That's because I press the button to exit all, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, price continues searching lower. The low of Asia looks to be, yeah, it's about 50 points to go. Yeah, maybe we're there. Go ahead. Repeat message.
You're tracking price toward the Asia low as a potential target.
You got it. Yeah.
All right.
I feel like my nervous system energy has been spent today. There's 27 minutes to go for the session maximum time. I think this is time to call it. I'm gonna make a clips video. I can't do it now because it takes 24 hours for you to sort it out. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's it. And yeah, if you enjoy watching me talk and drawing lines and stuff on the chart, there you are. If you have some questions about my ramblings, make sure to post your questions in the comments. And we will trade another day with less mistakes and not going on NQ unintentionally anyway. We did trade the NQ today. Interesting. That's all. I'll see you in the morning.